Positive energy all the time. We are here doing what we do. Rep your city, you know the routine by now. Got Texarkana in the building, everybody at Kick. What's up? Everybody on Twitch, everybody on Facebook, and everybody on YouTube. I am representing the city of Chicago. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Rep your city, rep your city, rep your city. Make sure you hit that like button. That's how everybody know we over here. Share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And let's get it. We got Las Vegas in the building with the Queen Punchy looking cute. Oh, yeah. Let's get it going. We got Orlando in the building. We got the BX in the building. I hope you all are eating well, healthy. We got the NO in the building, New Orleans in the building. I hope you all, if you are eating and enjoying your holiday, I hope you're eating as much vegetables as possible, okay? I am here having me some coffee. Fancy schmancy, huh? Stepped my game up. I wasn't supposed to be going to Starbucks today for the blackout, but I had protected myself. I had bought myself a French press. So I used my French press and made my first cup of coffee for myself. This is non-toxic and plastic-free, 100% stainless steel. I don't have to worry about no plastic, no chemicals. I don't have to worry about no heavy metals or anything. You might want to check that out. That's how we do. Got me some new glasses or cups or whatever what do you call these? I am such a moron. You got the double glass to keep it warm, right? I should put it on the timer, see how long it'll be before I break the first one, right? How long you think it'll be before I break? I got two of them. Because I just got a new teapot, my glass teapot. I just got that. How long you think it'll be before I break that? What y'all think? How long will it be before I break the fourth teapot? Who knows, huh? I need to get me some throw rugs in my little food preparation area over here. So when I do drop stuff, it will fall on the rug and maybe I won't break it. I don't know. But now I guess I could not cross the picket line for the for the black off. I'll make my own coffee, y'all. I will not go back to Starbucks until it's over. Okay. All right. I will not go back. Am I going to do it? I'm going to do it because everybody else is doing it. Although I do it anyway because I don't buy Christmas stuff. So I don't buy Christmas stuff. My children, once they graduate out of high school, no more Christmas stuff. No more birthday gifts. Once they graduate out of high school, no more birthday gifts, no more Christmas stuff. On their birthday, I send them money. I'll send you $200, $300, $400 on your birthday, but no more Christmas stuff. I don't do Christmas gifts. So yeah, I got my situation going on here, making my own coffee, stepping my game up. Yeah, stepping my game up. Right? Stepping my game up. Poor Starbucks. I think they're going to miss me because now I can make my own coffee. Oh, it's going to go all the way down. Because, I get, now I could, now I could, I can make my experiments now, my coffee, my coffee going to be crazy, It's going to be the healthiest coffee ever. I might put anything in there now that I can make it myself. Oh, boy. Okay. Now that I can make it myself, it's going down. Yes, it is. The beautiful Mrs. Moore is here. Shout out to all my new mods. Look, I got a cute, what a cutie pie, huh? Yes, I get to make my own coffee and everything. I just went ahead and shelled out some money. Ugh. Got myself a French brew. Got a new teapot to warm up my water. I still got the other one. It don't have no top. It don't have the diffuser because both of those is broke. But I throw water in there, warm it up. And got my fancy mugs that keep, oh man, okay. Parlez-vous français? What that be? I need to learn how to speak some French in case I go to Africa to one of them French countries. I need to learn some French in case I go to one of them French countries. Bonjour. How do you say, can I hit it from the back? uh, who's from my era way back in we learned how to French kiss. Who was born in the 58, 59, 57, 50? Boy, we thought we was doing something. We learned how to French kiss. Oh boy, we had stepped our game up, huh? So yeah, I stepped my game up making my own coffee. So we're going to talk about judging men and women based on a few people. This is a very, very important conversation. Right? So everybody come on in, come on in. Let me give you a few minutes to get in here. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Right? Also, ladies, send those beautiful pictures, okay? Why don't I have more pictures? Ladies, send those beautiful pictures, okay? We're trying to represent the queens, all right? Let's give it a minute to get some more people over here. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Yeah, okay, ladies. So send in those beautiful pictures. He said there's a brother. My store from Burkina Faso. We be speaking French sometime. Interesting. And then you say your granddaddy second wife. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Okay. I need to learn some French because the only thing I know in French is fries and toast. You know, I know some French, French toast, French fries. I know some French, French toast, French fries. You know what I'm saying? On my soul. I haven't had any French toast since I went vegan. I guess I need to make some plant-based French toast. So I be talking to a lot of people, brothers, sisters, and one thing they have a tendency to say to get on my nerves, they have a tendency to generalize. What's up with that? They'll be like, this dude, he said so, you know, and he did this and that. And then they'll say, why do men do that? Or they'll be like, man, this woman, da 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 da. Why do women do that? I'm like, that's not women, that's her. That's not women, you know? That's her. So some type of way, when people have an experience with a male or a female, they start saying women or men. And it's like, well, you haven't been with enough men to say that's what men do, I don't think. Me personally, I haven't been with enough women to say what women do. I don't see how I would be able to say what women do. I could say because the women I've been with wasn't even the same. Anybody, any men over here been with women that's the same? I've never been with no woman that's like the other one. Has anybody been with a woman that's like the other one? I've never been with a woman like the other one. Some of them is quiet. Some of them likes to laugh and stuff a lot. Some of them like to start stuff. Some of them don't like to start stuff. I mean, I don't know. I could not give you no, like if you with a woman and she spend a lot of money, like women be throwing money away. No, there's other women that misers too. There's women that don't spend no money. So I'm not sure what's up with the generalizing and stereotyping. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Let me say so like these women out here be, these men out here be. I like what men out where? Do you really know what you're talking about? So they taking like a personal experience they have and they putting it on everybody. I had a woman tell me that the men be chasing Hispanic women. That's one of the reasons I tell you, like, well, not in Chicago. Ain't no Hispanic women. Not like that. I mean, it'd be in a little neighborhood, but if you live in a city like Chicago, from downtown as far as you go south, all these fine black, foundational black women, you're not finna drive past all of them trying to find no white woman or no Hispanic woman. That's I've been with different women from different races. I wasn't looking for them. They just popped up. I wasn't looking for them. One time I told a lady that. I said, I've been with women from different places and stuff. She said, you ever been with some white women? I said, yeah. She's like, brother, how could you? How was she said? Like I disrespected Malcolm X or something. She was serious. She said, brother, how could you? I said like this, bend over. It was real easy, actually. They get on the bed, put their face down, bow. That's how I did it. It wasn't very difficult. Well, she was like she was tripping like I was looking for them. I wasn't looking for them. They found me. Needless to say, I didn't get to date her because she was big mad. She says, "And you slept with him, with her?" I said, "Not with them. You mean? Because I'm just telling you about one experience." She was mad. She said, "And you slept with her?" I said, "You mean with them?" I'm just telling you about one experience. She said, "I can't believe you." I said, "Listen, baby girl, listen. I got love for you. You fine and all that. If I'm talking to you, that ain't got nothing to do with what I did in my past. But you know what I'm saying? When I was young and moving around, I wasn't turning down nothing but my collar. Okay? You sound crazy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't turning down nothing but my collar. Okay? That's how I was living. My motto was deaf, dumb, blind, crippled, or crazy. Okay? All right, so that was my motto. Deaf, dumb, blind, crippled, or crazy. It's up. All you gotta do is look good. I'm not doing ugly. I'm not doing that one. But I have never been able to say women are like this, so I'm confused. I don't know how I would say, well, these women. I don't know how I would be able to say that. I haven't been with enough women. Now I'm gonna break certain things down. We probably be here for a little while. Y'all chime in. You're free to argue with me. It's a wide open discussion tonight. This is not this is not a lecture where I'm dropping. This is just open. Hey, if you disagree, let me know. Let me know how you feel. But one reason I don't categorize women is because first thing is people are different depending on where you're at. So if you're in Chicago, there's a lot of different women, and there's only certain things that are a little bit similar. But when I went to LA, it was a totally different vibration. In Chicago, women will kind of flirt or kind of switch a little bit to get your attention and and so you go talk to her. When I was in Cali, because I don't know about now, when I was in Cali and women saw you and thought you were attractive, they would approach you. Hi, what's your name? And so when in Chicago, I never came home with phone numbers and stuff because, I don't really flirt like that. But when I was in LA, I would come home, I have 5, 7 phone numbers a week. Well, women just, let me give you my number, call me. Like, whoa, this is different. So one thing is people are different in different cultures, different cultural environments. Another thing is to the way they dress. When I was in Los Angeles, women would wear where you could see everything, sheer and no underwear at all. You could actually see everything. I worked at a place called Hollywood Live, and they would come in there with no underwear on. I'm from Chicago. I'm tripping. I'm looking at them, but I'm very observant because I got to do psychology and psychiatry. So imagine being in a room and it's a bunch of brothers and sisters, and 2 women walk up to your table with see-through, and you can see everything. When I mean everything, everything. And the men don't pay no attention. That's what I found interesting. Because I'm looking like, what the? But the men, they're not paying no attention. So psychologically, I'm like, okay, that's not no big deal to them. So what conclusion did I come up with? I came up with this conclusion. The reason I was gawking is because Chicago has winter. Chicago has fall. Chicago has spring. And all 3 of them sometimes is a little too chilly to not have clothes on. So the only time women in Chicago is pretty much kind of don't have a lot of clothes on is in the summer. Whereas in warm climates, they don't have clothes on because it's hot. So the culture in warm climates automatically is less clothes. Everybody's used to it. Because it's hot. So when I went to Hawaii, and I had been in Hawaii before I seen this was when I came back to Hawaii to LA. I was able to figure it out because in Hawaii, nobody got no clothes on like that. So I began to see the cultural differences, right, between the men and the women. So if you see a woman on the internet and she's from a warm climate, whatever she doing on the internet ain't necessarily what they doing in a cold climate. Another thing I noticed is because it's warm and because they don't wear many clothes, they are in way better physical condition. The women are going to be in better physical condition in Miami, in Los Angeles, in Hawaii, in places like Chicago, Detroit, and stuff. They got all these big clothes on. They can hide all them lumps and the bumps, lumps and the bumps. I see the girls with the lumps and the bumps. So they, you know what I'm saying? In a cold climate, they don't get outside. They can't burn off a lot of fat. They in eating, and they put on clothes to, girdles, and they put on all that stuff. You can't You can't wear no girdle in LA in the summer. You'll burn up. You can't wear no waist trainer in California when it's hot. You can't wear that. You'll be dripping wet. So the climate affects how they take care of themselves too. You know? So just from that, let me know, and just from my interaction with women in different places in the world, that I can't generalize because even in Hawaii, they're all different. LA, they're all different. San Diego, they're all different. Everywhere you go, it's a bunch of women, but there is no women do this. That's not true. Some of you brothers, one reason you get women that's similar, because you go to the same type of clubs that draw kind of the same type of women. And they ain't going to be exactly the same. But you are going places. Do I think too much sex could be a bad? I don't know what you mean by too much. You'd have to let me know what's too much. What's too much? Because when you're married, you have sex whenever y'all feel like it. When you're married with a woman and y'all going to laying in the same bed every night, or y'all laying on the couch all the time, you understand? So if you with your wife, there could be periods where you have sex every night. You're not nobody really counts, Robert. It's all what's the word I'm looking for? It's all based on the arousal at that time. You know what I'm saying, Robert? So it could be a situation where your wife, she just feel like that a lot that week. She just feeling really sexy. She might be ovulating. So when you're in a relationship, you don't really pay attention to sex because it happens. In the world, you go to a club, you try to talk to a girl, and you're trying to get her to come with you and have sex. But imagine she lived with you already. She ain't got no clothes on. You know, because when you married, your wife don't be having no clothes on. You don't be having no clothes on either. You might just got some underwear on. You know what I'm saying? You might just have some underwear on. Do I believe what is human nature? You got to be more specific. What you mean? Do I believe it's human nature? How did every person get here? So yeah, it's human nature. How did you get here, Cato? From sex. How birds get here? From sex. How do dogs? Why do we have dogs, gorillas, cows, birds, people? How do we have creatures in the world? How is it human nature when we got a bunch of gorillas, bears? Everything has sex. It's called reproduction. No reproduction. Do I believe in female nature? What you mean female nature? I don't know what female nature is. Let me see. I don't know. I never heard of female nature. Female nature. Female nature can refer to a stereotypical feminine traits. So according to this, female nature is a stereotype. It's not a real thing. That's why I never heard of it. That's something somebody made up. I don't know what the hell that is. Somebody made up. What the hell? I don't know what the hell you're talking. I don't know. That's something they made up. Call world to be out here. I don't know. Some of y'all taking it where you sleeping with a different woman here and there instead of the same woman. So when you put scenarios on it, what's it, your man? When you put your own scenario, I'm not going to understand what you're talking about because you might be building your own scenario that might not even have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So I don't know. You might be talking about somebody got a sex addiction or something and just nothing I'm saying relates to that. So what I'm saying, if somebody takes that and relates that to that, then that's their mind. Because if I've said married, how is you just running around if you're married? You understand? So people is already trying to twist it into something. Because anything you talk about, somebody could take the worst scenario they could think of and try to apply it, and then that be fake because that don't even apply to everybody. And that's why I'm talking about this. Because people gonna judge men and women based on a few people. So when you bring up a scenario that a few people doing and try to apply that to life, that's fake. Because relatively speaking, there's not that many people like that. Most people ain't wild like that with sex. That's a fact. If you had 100 people, you would barely get 10 wild people out of that. Barely. It would be more close to 6. That concept that everybody loose like that, that's false. That's absolutely false. So when you see Sexy Red and you see all them girls dancing, they ain't like that. They just dancing. So you'll see them dancing to it and you'll assume they like that. They ain't nothing like her. That's why she making money, because she is rare. You understand? People understand. People like Sexy Red is making money. She wouldn't make no money if everybody was like that. She making money because it's strange. It's different. That's why she's making money. So all that stuff is like stereotypes. Yeah, it's an anomaly. Yeah. Yeah, it's not real. There's not a lot of men out here trying to have sex all the time. Men be busy. Men are not available to have sex like that. People got to go to work, got to do this, got to do that. And so when they go see a couple people do something, see some men do something, see some women do something, they start saying, why do women do this? But that person you seen doing that is not women, that's just them. Or why do men do this? And it's like, the man you seen doing that, right? I'm saying men and generalizing women because they're consuming. In other words, what you're really saying is you have an ideology that you want to push, that you already have a concept in your mind, and you coming over here while I'm talking and you want to push something that you already established. That's what you're saying. That you didn't made up something and you want to push it. But that's only in your mind. You made that up. What made me come up with this subject tonight, because I've been talking to some brothers and I talked to a couple of sisters over the last month, and the same thing kept coming up. They kept generalizing. And they generalizing, it didn't make no sense. Like I had one sister say, these brothers be chasing these Hispanic women. Not in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? But because where she live at, they doing it. She's saying brothers. In Chicago, there's no Hispanic women. From downtown, as far as you go south, is all black. What Hispanic women? Well, she lived where there's Hispanics in the clubs and stuff. In Chicago, ain't no Hispanics in the club. When we go to the club, it's all foundational Black Americans, the whole club. So based on that particular experience in that location, they have formulated a thought that's not even true. And saying, these men, what men? Based on the area they live in. Which, relatively speaking, in America, just a few people. So that's what made me talk about it, because people be generalizing based on their limited experience. Because most men that say these women, ask them how many women you've been with. If you talk about black women, if it's 50 million black people, it's usually a few more women. So we'll say 275 million women and 225 million men. When you're talking math, in order for you to come to a conclusion about women, out of, let's just say 250 million, you would have to be with at least 125 million women before you would be able to come up with a legitimate statement on what black women is like. You wouldn't be able to be with no 10 women and speak for no 250 million women. I mean, no, 25 million. My bad. So if it's 50 million, let's say 25, let's say 25 million women, 25 million men. You dating 8 women is not scientific or mathematically right for you to say anything about women. You only been with 8. You only been with 8. So how can you come up with a conclusion about 25 million black women when you've been with 8? How can you come up with a conclusion about black women in the United States when you only been with 8 women in Mississippi? Or only 8 women in Chicago, or 8 women in, you ain't even been with no women in the United States. You've only been with women in your little area. I mean, realistically, I've been with some women, but I could not give you I can't tell you nothing about women. I haven't been with enough women to make a statement about how women act. Because a lot of women I slept with, I didn't get to see how they act. When I was in Hawaii, I was just knocking them back. I don't know how they act. They was just tourists. I bumped into them. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. But the women I have been in relationships with, that's not enough for me to come with no conclusion about women. I don't believe I can come up with no conclusion about women because they wasn't even all the same. They was not nothing the same at all, really. None of my children's mothers is anything like each other at all. So how can I? So when you hear people say, these women this, what women, bro? Be specific. Oh, those 5 women you was with? So now you're basically judging men or judging women based on the few you've been with. You only been with a few people. And now you're stereotyping women. You was with Candy, Sandra, Denise, Deborah, and Tina. That's not these women. That's 5 chicks, baby. But if you say so. So a dude or a woman, they'll get in a bad situation with a dude and they'll start saying these women from one dude or from one woman. I swear to God, that's what they do. Because a woman will say, these men this, these men that. You say, well, how many men you sleep with? Not that many. Wait a minute. Wait. You just said these men. Now you're saying you only been with 2 or 3. That's not these men, baby girl. That's just them 3. So why is you acting like these men out here? You talking about these men out here. So you've been with the men out there? No, I only been with 3. Well, okay. All right. Please shut up. Please. You ain't been with enough men to come up with no conclusion. Like I can't come up with no conclusion about women. It's impossible. I haven't been with enough women to give you any conclusion about women. Facts. I can't tell you nothing about. I don't know. What I do know is they ain't the same. What I do know is they're not the same in no city. And what I do know, they also got different traits in different areas. So I do know that if you go to Alabama and you meet a girl in Birmingham, she gonna be different than if you meet a girl out in the country. They ain't gonna be the same. The girl in the big city gonna be different than the one out in the country. The girl in the women in New York gonna be a little different than somebody living in a little small town. If you meet a woman in Chicago, that ain't gonna be like a woman in Urbana or no small suburbs, no small city downstate. They ain't gonna be nothing alike. Yeah, they don't want to say in their experience because they ain't got no experience. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I can't say nothing about women. I could say something about her or her or her or her. I can't say these women nothing. I can't say it. Now maybe somebody else could say it, but I can't. I have no idea. I haven't dated women in Mississippi. I haven't dated women in Alabama. I haven't dated women in Texas. I haven't dated women in Minnesota. When I went to Minnesota to take a female to see her father who was in the hospital, we was at a store. She wanted to go in there and get some stuff for her father in the store. I'm sitting in the car in the parking lot. Minnesota's got a nice sized population. And just the white women walking past the car looked like they wanted to jump in the car. I said, oh, it must be a lot of mixed. It was weird. They was like looking. I never had seen nothing like that before. Not in Hawaii, California, nowhere. It was real weird. The one, she walked past and she stopped and pulled her shorts up real high and started bouncing and walking and looking back. I said, what the hell? She wasn't no prostitute either. It was a grocery store. I said, what the? I had never seen that before. I said, oh, they real aggressive. They like black men up here, I guess. They was looking at me, man, like I was, man, they was looking at me like a woman that loved chicken and Popeyes. All my soul was tripped out. I'm just sitting in the car. They can't even see me. All they see is this up. What the hell? What the hell's going on up here? A good experience living in Hawaii. Yeah, it was a good experience. It was nice. It was interesting. The same thing there. Hawaii is not a good example for me to tell you how women act because a lot of women was tourists. So these tourists wasn't acting how they regularly act because they're on a vacation. So they're not acting normal. You see what I'm saying? So the women that was coming on to me and stuff to take me back to their hotels and all of that, that was only because they was on vacation. They not like that when they get back home. They're out here, the water, and they already planned. I'm finna wild out when I go out here. So that wasn't even, you could tell that wasn't even a true nature what they was out there doing. They was on some type of vacation mindset. So if your woman go on a girls trip out of town, you better make her go to the clinic when she get back. You're going to catch some. You might catch some. Because she's going to go out there, and the fact that she's willing to go without you, that's all you need to know. The fact that your queen want to go with another woman on a trip out of town, time to dump her. Yep. Trying to get rid of her. Because a woman that really love you and stuff, she ain't going nowhere without you. That's out the question. She ain't going nowhere without you. Soon as you get with a woman that's willing to be going a lot without you, dump her. Same for a man. Ladies, you get with a man, he like to do all this running around, dump him. Because strong couples, we don't really like to go nowhere without each other. If I got a queen, I don't really like running around without her. If I'm going to do something straight business, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get back home. I'm not trying to hang out when I got a queen. So ladies, when you get with one of these busters and he always want to hang out, dump him. He's a little boy. Don't stop letting little boys get y'all pregnant. Then tell me he ain't no good daddy. He's a boy. You didn't see this was a little boy? That's a little boy. Men, we wouldn't even hang with your boyfriend. Like real G's don't hang with like goofies like that. Not like that. You just running around, just running around. That shows some type of inferiority complex. Like you think you ugly or something, so you trying to prove you're not. You think you trying to prove you something. You just sleeping with these women trying to prove something to yourself. Basically, you got low self-esteem. Cause like I said, when I was in Hawaii, I wasn't chasing no women, but it's a tourist spot. So you walk down the street, they just pull up in the car. Hey, where you from? Like that. So you ain't really chasing nothing. They just showing up. Cause if I had to chase them, ain't nothing happening. I don't chase no women. That ain't no kingly. That's Buster moves. I ain't chasing no women. Ladies, when you see a men chasing women, that's a loser. He got to chase women because ain't nobody gonna stay with him. So he got to go from woman to woman to woman. He ain't fit to be in a relationship. The only control that's out of control. Now you making up fake stuff. I don't know where you live at. What's your name? Yo, man, I don't know where you live. It seems like you just making stuff up. Where you live at? What city you live in? Where you live? Maybe I can get a better idea why you got these opinions. Where you live at? What city you live in? Are you going by the internet or are you going what you going by? Because the internet is the worst uh, way to get an idea about society. Because that stuff on the internet not real. Those are just gimmicks. Those just people trying to sell records or trying to do something. If you go to a party right now in Chicago and they put on Sexy Red and a bunch of girls start twerking and all that and twerking on each other, let's say it's like 9 of them. Only 2 of them really like that. The other 7 ain't like that. They just partying. But if you look, you think they all like that. They not like that. They just having fun. 2 of them is like that. Them other 7 ain't like that. They just drinking. They at the club just wilding. They ain't like that. They ain't on no Sexy Red stuff. But a conscious person will see that and say, "Oh, they destroying their community." You really believe they like that? They not really like that. Same when you see dudes listening to drill rap. They not like that. Just because you see a lot of dudes in there saying all lyrics about shooting and all that, they not like that. They just having fun. Only 1 or 2 of them is like that. Them other 9 or what? So they not like that. It reminds me when Rick Ross first came out. And we out here hustling, you driving in your car, A dude pull up in his truck. Boom, he got the beard. He got the clothes on. He banging Rick Ross. But he worked for the post office. But he trying to look like a hustler. He making good money, so he got his car looking like a hustler. Right? He trying to have the look like a gangster, like a hustler. But he worked for the post office. He fraudulent. There's a whole bunch of that. He pull up every day, I'm hustling. And he ain't sold a nickel bag. He got to look in everything. He the first one at the concert out there. But he ain't really like that, though. He feel like the girls and stuff like Rick Ross, or the girls like 50, or the girls like whoever. So then he trying to get that look, so the girls like him. Look, I look up, like that. He trying to sponge off of the ones that's really like that. Most of the stuff you see is just actors. They ain't really like that. So people be like, well, what's up with all these STD? That's prostitution. That's different. Atlanta got a lot of male prostitutes and female prostitutes. So that's why that stuff's spreading down there like that. Because prostitution is off the chain. Here in Chicago, you go over by Midway, the prostitution took over. Police don't know what to do with them. It's wild. They all over the place. They had to send a gang unit, and all the units take them from gang stuff to send them make a prostitution unit. Man, they all in people's driveways. You know what I'm saying? They all on, man, it's wild. Prostitution right now is wild. They showed the clip, it was a midget out there. Prostitution is wild and gonna get wilder because people ain't got no money. As the economy collapsed under Trump administration and all that, they're gonna go sell what they can sell. A whole bunch of women gonna be turning tricks. It'll trip you, man. You would not believe. Hey, Mrs. Moore, you would not believe it. Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington. Anybody here from Seattle, which y'all tell them? Wild. They all over the main streets in Seattle. They up and down the main streets. All the way down on both sides. I seen one, she was super skinny. I said, who want that? That's why I seen the midget at. I said, the midget, it's a midget prostitute. Lord have mercy. Lord, Lord, Lord. Because money tight. But there's no stereotype about women. That's all false. Typically, women are nice. They feel vulnerable sometimes because they gotta open up themselves to you. And what if they open themselves up to you and then you just sleep with them 2 or 3 times and leave them? So this is what they got to deal with in their mind when you're trying to talk to them, like, are you serious or are you just trying to run through them? So it's hard for a woman. She trying not to get a bunch of body counts, but she can't trust you. Is you in it for the long haul? So that's why I don't really do women like that. That's why I'll be just talking to women and sleeping with them and dumping them because I don't think it's cool. Because like they be really putting their trust in you a lot of times. And then you just be manipulative and ain't really got her best interest. And I think with men, I think a lot of men got low self-esteem. So they try to make themselves feel like something by how many women they can sleep with. Like losers. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men, everything they do is just to sleep with women. They buy the clothes to attract women, cars, everything. All they try to do is just see how many women they can sleep with. That's it. They do all that just for that. And then they never be satisfied. And then sometimes when they finally do fall in love, they such snakes that they end up falling in love with a snake. They get bit by their own gang and fall head over heels and get married. She divorced him, take everything he got because he a sucker. He been trying to play other people like a sucker. And what comes around goes around. So he ended up getting played. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting played. In a place like Chicago, that's how you get robbed. Because a female will set your ass up. Facts. You out here flashy. You got money and all that. You got on Rolexes and all that. And you think you playing with Shorty? But what you don't know is somebody sent her out there. When I was in the country, I was locked up with a dude. That's what he did. He would go to these clubs and he would get these women that's so fine, they unbelievable. I mean, thick, everything in the right places. And he would go, right? He would go and he would come up to the club, right? And boom, he would drop them off. And they go in there and play with the dude, and he take him to the house, and then she'll go to the bathroom and unlock the door and let him know to come in. He come in and rob him. Your uncle was Pete. I don't know who your uncle was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about you or your uncle. What's your name? O.T. Mac? I don't know you. Run my credit report. It's going to come back horrible. Run it. Run all the reports you want. Good luck with that. But your Uncle Pete, he ain't gonna know me. I'm a ghost. A lot of people don't know me like that. Only a chosen few know me. That's why I never been to prison. I never been to prison because I stayed out the crowd. You know, some dudes when they hustlers or they in gangs and stuff, they want everybody to know them. I wasn't like that. I didn't want nobody to know me. Only the few guys I mess with. Because the more people know you, the quicker you go into prison. For the brothers, the smart brothers, be watching me. If you in Chicago and you go ask about me, ain't nobody gonna know me hardly. You're gonna have to get very lucky to run into one of the people that know me. That's a fact. Like people I went to school with know me, and people I grew up in the neighborhood and played baseball and basketball young up at the park shooting dice know me. But as far as like out in the world of hustling and gangster stuff, I went, made my money, home to my wife. Make my money, home to my wife. I never hung out with no guys. Never. I didn't even hang out with the guys I was getting work from. Call me. I'll call you when I'm ready. I come pick my work up and I'm gone. I never hung out with them either. You know, sometimes guys be hustling together. They be meeting up, parking their cars all together and stuff. I ain't never do that. I ain't never do that. I ain't met nobody. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody, bro. I don't know nobody. I thought I was blind till I seen you. I don't know nobody. I ain't met nobody. I ain't met nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even met you because you got a fake picture. I don't know you either. You got a fake picture and stuff. But look, but this what you do. Come back tomorrow, okay? Because I don't know nobody. Much respect, Kathy. I don't know nobody. If you come up and ask me, do you know so and so? Do you know so so? No, that's a no. That's a no in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That is a no in the streets. I don't know nobody. Nobody. I don't know nobody. I'm trying to tell you, Kathy, I don't know nothing. I ain't seen that. I don't know nobody. You know what I mean? I don't know nobody. Unless it's something decent like a roster that ain't associated with no crime or nothing. Then you be like, Ross Michaels, yeah, yeah. But if you ask me like some street dudes, like some gang members or some hustlers, I don't know nobody. Yeah, I'm at the county jail. You in there? They say, "What's up, man? You know, what's up, Pharaoh? So who you be out in the streets with?" I like my beeper and my Glock. My two chicks, my beeper and my Glock. That's all I know. You want to meet them? You want to meet the Glock? I introduce you to my boy, to my women. I only be with women anyway. I only hung out with women. My wife, my beeper, and my Glock. I don't know. Hey, he just trolling, having fun. He's having fun. He don't mean no harm. I unblocked all the trolls, like thousands of trolls. So he might be one of them people I finally unblocked. Because I had like thousands of people blocked. I unblocked everybody. Now I'm just putting them on timeout. I ain't blocking no more. No more block parties. I'm gonna give y'all a game. Every time you click on my video, they run a commercial. I get paid. So why would I block you? Click on it tomorrow so I can get paid. Yeah, click. I need them all to click. All the trolls, please click. You know what I'm saying? Please come over here and click. I need the commercial to run. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? In case you want to be a content creator, remember that. You want them to click. Now, you can always block them till tomorrow, but you want them to come tomorrow and click. You want them to keep clicking. Because every click, you hit a lick. You don't want to stop them from clicking. That's how you get paid. Shout out to all my new mods and stuff too. So, y'all got to stop judging women and judging men based on the few people. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. To judge based on the few people. So I could say, like, the black women need to do this. That way, I'm not saying who did it, who didn't do it. If they're doing it already, they're going to say I'm right. So I'll say that. The black women need to do this, the black women, but I'm not going to say black women don't do this because I don't know black women. I don't know enough black women to make statements like that. What I can tell you is the black woman is cool as hell. I can tell you that. I could definitely tell you that. When it comes to a black man, the black woman is a rider, okay? I don't know what nobody else told you about the black woman in general, but they're going to ride, though, till the wheels fall off. Generally speaking. For real. I mean, you can get a stronger support from a black woman if you're a man than you can from a man. You could get support from a man, but not like a woman. I know some men that'll do something to you, but a woman, you know what I mean? If I sick my woman on you out of there, she gonna go. Yeah, she gonna go. She gonna green light. I swear to God, she gonna green light. If I tell her, baby, boo, you out of there. I'm telling you, they dangerous as hell. I don't know if y'all be outside. Let's take a break. Man, the black woman is dangerous. If man, listen, don't play with her. She gonna protect that king. I'm telling you, if she love him, she going hard. Let's take a break. One time I had this woman, and we was going together, and we broke up, right? So then after a while, she ended up with this other dude, and the dude turned out to be like a problem for her and stuff like that. Now me and her ain't had nothing going on because I ain't want to be with her no more. But she gave me his address and stuff. He don't even know. That was a while back. See what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I always treated her good, and if anything crazy, she gonna go. Regardless. So I don't really got nothing to say bad about black women. You know what I mean? I hear you. I hear you, Cat. Hmm. A lot of them do be scammers. A lot of them be scammers. They like what happened, Kathy, is that the church wasn't working no more. So a lot of them, instead of doing the church, they do like a black conscious type of a church. This is why a lot of them don't like me because I'm bad for business, right? Because just like this, they looking at me and saying, I got the potential to be a scammer like them and I won't do it. So they don't like that. And I make it bad for their scam. Because when people find out they can come and get knowledge from me with no cost or nothing, why would they listen to them? It's always trying to sell you something, always trying to cheat you. And then in the conscious community, they're not really no street dudes like that. They might have a little street. So they'll be like kind of crooks, kind of a little bit of dark side. So they don't like me either because I'm going to go all the way. They not like that. So that's another thing. That's another thing. They don't really represent the streets with that weirdo stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they be scamming a lot. They always got some type of money raising situation with no product. So that's why I really mess with Tariq because people understand. Guess how much dedication it take, how much work it do to make hidden colors. Ain't no scam, boy. You gotta work your ass off to make them things. So when you got somebody making stuff like that and they go out and they ask for donation, raise the money, you know why? Because it costs them some thousands to put them things together. You can't put them documentaries together for no chump change. It's gonna cost you some money when you start talking about putting films together. Professional films like that, it's gonna cost you. You know how much the editor is gonna charge you to edit that? You gotta pay for everything. That's serious money. They don't be respecting dudes' business side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kathy, we just keep it real and we don't I don't like to be stuck in no rabbit hole. I think as black people, we got all type of stuff we gotta talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's so much going on that I think we should be talking about everything. I don't think we should be pigeonholed. What else is going on? And a lot of times, if I get up and 10 people talk about something already, what's the point of me talking about it? Some content creators, they'll see 8 people talking about something and they'll talk about it too. They like ride the wave for views. That's cool though. I don't hate them. You got to do what you got to do. I just don't do that. So sometimes it take a long time before I decide what I'm going to talk about. So when I be gone long periods of time, that's because I don't be scamming y'all. I'm just not gonna go and just come over here and just be talking about, everything I talk about, I really want to talk about. It's not forced. This is a conversation that I wanted to talk about. I'm not gonna get off this live and just make up some anything just to come over here. I don't do that. Everything I talk about be something I really want to talk about. Not nothing I'm talking about for views. Growing up, your house must have been the White House in the neighborhood. No, growing up, My house was just a regular house in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Basically. It was just like everybody else's house. I was born in 1958. Yeah. No, my house wasn't a White House. Whatever that means. I don't know what that meant. But no, I just grew up in a regular black community. Basically. hmm Just a regular black community. Yep, just a regular black community. That's where I grew up at. So many that each house was a little different, but so many houses looked the same, but they spreaded them out. So like on our block, it might be on both sides of the street, it might be only like 5 houses like our house. You know what I'm saying? Then it's 5 houses like the other house, 5 houses like the other house, like that, with the different designs of the homes. You know, basically. So it wasn't too much different. Everybody back then pretty much was raised the same way back in those days. There wasn't a whole bunch of difference between families. Everybody was pretty much the exact same way in those days. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, this is where I grew up at. So as you can see, this house is like that. Then the one on the other side, and then the other one is short on that side. Then if you look 2 more houses to your left, you see there's another tall house, but they might not be all the same. This one had 3 bedrooms, a basement, 2 baths. These houses was built. These houses were built like 1960, 1959, 1960. We moved in this house in 1962. I was 4. And this long window. That's where I was sitting when I started going live. I was sitting right on the other side of that window. The curtain behind me was this window. My father was upstairs in his bedrooms upstairs, those 2 windows upstairs. I was down. I had to stay under him because he had dementia and stuff like that. So I had to stay under him so I could hear when he trying to move around. So I always had to stay in the living room so I could hear him bumping. If I'm upstairs in the room in the back, I ain't gonna hear him bumping around because he would get up and forget what he doing and fall down and hurt himself. See what I'm saying? So this is where I grew up riding bike and everything. Right behind me, there's a house, and then the park is right there. Before everybody had gates, I used to go through the back, cut through the neighbor's house, and go to school. The school's on the next block, right over there, and the park is over there. That's why I shot dice learned to shoot dice behind the house. The next block behind the house, there's a big park. There's a school called Higgins. They built that school just for us because we was the baby boomers. First, my kindergarten, I had to go to Whistler, which was like 5 streets the other way. 5 streets in front of the house. Then they built the school behind the house. The first year I went, they had mobile units. So we left that school and they put us all in mobile units while they finished the school. And then I went to the school in the second grade. I went to first grade in the mobile unit. The baby boomers, they had to build stuff, just Maple Park. Everybody know the Wild Hunters. The gang out there at that time was Lynchman, Sercon Gangsters, and the Blackstones. But they wasn't really relevant until I got about 5th grade, 6th grade. I never was in none of them gangs. You know what I'm saying? You know, we on the block riding swim bikes around and around and around. Hide and go seek, catch a girl, kiss a girl, Captain May I, the devil in the pitchfork, all that. Mother May I, all that. Tag, running bases, touch football, all that. Right on the block. In the evening time, we all come on the block, and that's when we start playing hide and go seek. You know, you got to come on the block when it starts getting dark, when you're little. You know, when you're in the 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, you got to come on the block now. You can't just be all out there when it starts getting dark. You got to come on the block. As the baby boomers, is a bunch of children. So it's a good, anywhere a good 10 to 20 of us out there, depending on who outside that evening. And we out there playing. You know what I mean? Every family had the same rules. So you're not to worry about your parents being too strict or too easy because everybody had the same rules. Everybody. There was no children that had different rules than you had. All Black Americans that was doing something for themselves, they all had the exact same rule. Do I feel like men should pay all the bills and be the provider? What you mean provider? Provide what? I believe that you do what you got to do. The men pay the bill stuff is some fake stuff people made up. That's fake stuff. That's concepts people made up. You know what I'm saying? People made those concepts up. Those aren't real concepts. Those are not concepts from the real world. Those are made up concepts. Those are made up concepts. I give you a perfect example. I went to high school. When I got to be a senior, a girl transferred in my school. She was a sophomore, right? I'm gonna explain to them why. Check this out, certified. When I went to high school, I was a senior. A girl traveled from my school was a sophomore. She became my girlfriend. I graduated. She stayed my girlfriend. She ended up going to St. Louis College of Pharmacy. We end up we end up moving in together. When she came back, like she quit going after a year, she came back. We ended up moving together. I worked downtown for a stock exchange. She worked for Merrill Lynch. We had an apartment. Our rent was $225 a piece, or $250. Not a piece, $250 a month. Our rent was $250 a month. We was young. We teenagers basically. I'm like 19 going on 20. I'm like 20. She like 18. This is her. This is me and her there. I couldn't afford to pay everything, so we shouldn't have been. We shouldn't have been a couple certified. You think we shouldn't have been a couple until how many years later before I? You understand? So that concept that y'all got is a fake concept, because back in the day, you got married straight out of high school. Now y'all got some weirdo concept where you old as hell before you even get married. That's not realistic. My mom and daddy got married right away. Came up here, had my mother and me and my sister. They both worked. I'm born in 1958. My sister born in 1959. They both worked. So what you telling my mom and daddy didn't do it right? My daddy wasn't no provider. He made money, but my mom made money too. Because the idea is not that my daddy provide for my mommy. The idea is my mommy and daddy provide for their children. But y'all new generation, a little strange. Y'all don't be having children. So you look at a relationship between a man and a woman. But a relationship is between a man, a woman, and the children. And the provider is who can provide for the children. Not a man providing for his wife. That's false. A relationship is mommy and daddy providing for the children. Not no weird relationship where you get with a woman and y'all stay together till y'all get high old and then have babies. No, your ancestors had babies right away. And then went and found work and figured out how to take care of them. That's what your granny did. And your great granny. So don't be trying to make up rules that your granny didn't go by. And your granny and great granny was more successful than y'all. Their marriages last 50 years, 60 years till they passed away. Y'all's new way, y'all don't stay married. So in situations where they say men should be a provider, divorce is through the roof. So show me how that's a success. It's not a success. I already answered your question. There's no such thing as leaders. I don't lead no woman. A woman is a grown adult, bro. Your question is from somebody that's not married, that's using a fake name and a fake page. So your question is totally illegitimate. And you asking the question, but you can't prove that you go by any of that. So your question is just bootleg. Your page is bootleg. And your question is bootleg. Your question is not a legitimate question. You're not a legitimate person. You're certified NC2. You would have to prove to me that you living by all this stuff you're saying. Are you a man paying all the bills and taking care of everything? That's what you said. I got no proof of that you're about to get married. How old are you? How old are you? How many children you got? You're only 26. Okay. So you're 26, you about to get married. You got a house? Do you have a house for her to move into? So you're renting. You're going to pay all the rent? You're going to pay all the bills? You're going to pay all the bills? Because you said that's what a man's supposed to do. At least you keep it real. I got respect for you. Let me tell you something. She still might dump you in 5 years. You better listen to me. Make her pay half, bro. If she don't want to pay half, dump her. If she don't want to pay half, she's a pimp. And just because you pay all the bills don't mean she won't cheat on you while you're at work. Listen to me, bro. Make her pay her way. No free rides. And no, men are not leaders. I'm not the leader of my woman. Me and my woman are a team. A leader leads a pack of people. You can't have a leader between just two people. So me and my woman, I'm not the leader. We a team. We a team. So you're not her leader, you're a team. And she got to pay her share. And then both of y'all save money and try to buy a house. Because you cannot obviously pay all her bills. You're gonna try, but why would you? You get my point, bro? You're only 26 years old. Why would they expect you at only 26 to be able to pay all the bills? In reality, bro, you would be 30 something before you would have enough economic equity and stuff to pay all the bills. So they suggesting you don't get married till you're 35? Because it ain't nobody coming out of college can pay all the bills. Think about it, bro. Think about it. There's no young man coming out of college that could pay all the bills. You got your school loans and all this stuff. You gotta build up. So basically, they said you should be 45 years old before you get married, because you're gonna be in your 30s or 40s before you have enough money to pay everything. What young man coming out of college can pay a mortgage, car note, and everything, and the woman can stay home? Nobody but a white young man who parents already got money. But no regular person that go to school, student, gonna be able to marry no woman and pay all the bills in their 20s and barely in their early 30s in the real world. How? How? So in other words, if you shouldn't get married until you can pay all the bills, you're gonna be 30 or something. Right? So if you're gonna be 30, 35, then you're gonna have a baby at 38. You're gonna be 58 before your baby's grown, before your baby's 20. But if you get with a woman in your early 20s and have a baby and then figure it out and get it together, by the time you get 40, your baby in college. So now you got your life ahead and you still building equity. You still building business. So from my point of view, the earlier you have the baby, the earlier the baby can take care of themselves. So the sooner I have a child, the sooner my son got a job in high school. That's a burden off me right there. And now I got all this time to still build my wealth. Why would I wait and try to build my wealth before I have a child? Now my son get out of college, I'm 60. Nah, had them babies early and then figure it out. That's what our parents did. Real talk. That's what our parents did. Our parents came from the South. They didn't go by none of them nut rules. Now I know what's the expert on relationships? He knew everything, but he dead, didn't he? Didn't he die? He knew everything. And where is he at? So is any of that stuff he said gonna work if he not here no more? Keep it real. Is anything he said gonna work if he not here no more? Keep it real. None of that stuff gonna work. He ain't even here. Let's take another break. Look, man, let me tell y'all something. Everything I love. Let's get that straight. I'm glad you asked me that question, bro. And at least you're keeping it real. I like when somebody come and ask me something, but I like this brother right here. Because he came and asked me something, but he let me know he not no troll. See what I'm saying? So he cool. But let me tell y'all something. He asked me a deep question, right? This question right here. Let me tell you the real. He asked me, do I feel men should be the leaders? That's a great question. Let me tell y'all something. In a marriage and in a family, let me tell you something. Now, get married, bro. Don't listen to him. Let me tell you something. In a family, husband, wife, and let's say husband, wife, and 2 children. In a family, there are 2 leaders. The wife is the leader in the house. She runs the house. Mama, wifey, runs the house. No man wants to run the house. Ask a man. No man wants to run the house. No man wants to decorate the house the way he wanted. A man wants to decorate the house the way his wife wanted. He take his wife to buy furniture. And he say, you like that? And she say, yeah. And he get that. He don't go buy what he want. A man's house is the wife's house. The wife run the house. It's easier for the man. So the wife run the house. The wife does everything in the house. My mama did everything for the house. Even helped pick out my daddy clothes. My daddy was colorblind. Randolph, what the hell is that you got on? Oh my God. She gonna get it right. So in the house, when I'm in a relationship, my woman is the boss in the house. I'm the boss outside. I represent the monster with people outside. My energy is for burglars, energy for people playing around the perimeter of the fort. I protect the outside of the fort. I'm the one get up when somebody trying to break in. I secure the house and she run the house. I ain't got time to be running no house. That's some lady stuff. And when you're a man, you're going to get a queen that tell you what to do. Basically. That's what you got her for. You know what I'm saying? So the woman runs the house. It's her house. And you're the security for her and everything in the house. My mama ran the house. My daddy don't care. He don't care nothing about that. All he want to do is get off work, come home and chill. You understand? So your wife, she don't tell you what to do like that because you're a man, you're doing what you're supposed to do. But she makes suggestions about what's going on in the house and she keeps you. And she makes sure you keep the house the way she wanted. Because men and women is different. If I got a house, I come home from work, I take my jacket off. I'm going to throw my jacket on the couch. Why? Because when I get up tomorrow, I'm going to grab the jacket and put it on. If I'm married, she going to have a fit if I throw that jacket on that couch. I got to hang it up. Because it's not my, this is her house. And she don't want that damn coat on her couch. It ain't my couch. Listen, y'all young brothers better listen. Listen, when you buy a couch and you live with a woman, that's her couch. All that stuff is hers. In her mind, you bought that for her. Okay? This is her stuff. And so my mother and father had a dynamic. And my mama ran everything unless my daddy was on something. And then when he was on something, she would. So when Randolph owned something, Bessie be like, y'all better sit down. You know, Randolph, you know what I'm saying? So she knew when he was on gorilla mode and when he was chill. And when he on gorilla mode, mommy get quiet. She don't play with him. So she could tell when her husband don't care, and she could tell when her husband do care. This was a good woman could tell. And a man, when it's serious, he laid a law down on his wife, and she know that's the law because he don't lay no laws down. So people say, well, ain't he the leader? When he laid a law down, he the leader, which is rare. She gives him the leadership position when he lays the law down. But we don't lay no law down that much. And that's why women give us that power. Because when we finally say something, she know, oh shit, this is serious. Because he don't say nothing. He don't care about nothing. So if he said this is it. And this is a man position. They know when we is the boss. But there's no need for you to be the boss of somebody you love. Why would I got to boss my queen? I married her because I love her. I wouldn't, and so if I marry, I love her, I trust her. So what do I care what she want to do? I married somebody that can do what she want to do. That's why I'm in love with her. I married somebody that when she do what she want to do, it don't bother me. So when people say, no, I'm supposed to take control of it. No, I wouldn't marry nobody I got to take control of. I'm marrying somebody that I don't got to manage. I'm marrying somebody who I ain't got to think about nothing. She got it. And in that dynamic, they both got a point where they lay the law down. And if my woman, if I lay the law down on something, she gonna chill. But if I lay the law down and she don't go with it, I have to back up. Because she's not gonna go against it unless it makes sense. She's not gonna just go against you. So you listen to your woman because she usually when you overrule, she gonna ride. But when you try to overrule and she don't ride, you gonna listen if you smart. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, babe. Because that's why you married her. You trust her judgment. If you don't trust her judgment, what you marry her for? So you ain't supposed to have no problem with nobody running stuff that you married. You picked her to run stuff. It's not like you picked her and she just running stuff. You chose her to run things. It's just like you got the boss and you got a supervisor, and she the supervisor, and she be supervising. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go. My daddy ain't gonna say nothing. My mama come home, she got the kids. He's still at work. They work this shift where he get us to school, and then when we get home, she got us. So how can he be the boss and he's still on the bus driving? When he get home, it's gonna be 10, 11 o'clock at night. So who ran the house from 5 o'clock to 10 at night? Mama. Daddy at work. Daddy might be a truck driver. If daddy a truck driver, he got to go out of town for 2 days. Who the boss? Mama. Y'all got to understand that daddy don't be home to boss like that. He typically be gone more than mama. Typically. That's just how it go. They say, so women tell you what to do. Women be hollering at the kids, man. We don't holler at kids. We ain't good at that. When my daddy at home and me and my sister, he like, y'all stop. Y'all stop. We just keep on. Men, we don't do that good. We don't do standing on kids' necks good. We only get on the kids if it's something serious, like this boy that went to jail or something like that. But little stuff in the house, we ain't really good at that. So he'd be like, y'all stop, y'all stop, y'all stop. My mama come home, stuff is all disarray. What the hell y'all doing around here? Ah. Now my daddy been cool the whole time. Then my mom been, Randolph let you do it. Oh shit. So now that my mama mad, guess who get mad now? Daddy didn't even care. But when his wife get mad, then he get big mad. I used to just look at him, you so phony. I told him to sit down, you know. You know what I'm saying? But I realized that if we pissed off mama and she feel like he ain't stand on nothing, it might ruin his night with her if she too mad. She might not be feeling sexy. I'm just saying. And when I got older, I said, oh, that's what he was on. We done upset mama. That might mess his night up. I ain't know that. We don't know all that part when you were a kid. I'm like, oh, I get it now. He gonna come in and he gonna get on us. He gonna try to calm her down, show her that he riding with her. He started hollering at us. We thinking, boy, you wasn't hollering until she started hollering. Now I get it. Because I'm the same way. When my wife get mad, I get mad at her. When my wife get, the madder she get at the kids, the madder I get. That's just how we get in. But the women pretty much run everything inside the house. The idea that, men don't want to run the house. So some people will be like, so we don't want to be the leader in the house like that. We just want to be the leader, the quiet leader. We don't want to be the leader. We the monster. We the shooter. Facts. We are the dangerous one. And our power is reflected with people outside. People outside ain't scared of mama. Who they scared of? They scared of daddy. So when I lived in O-Block with the queen, she ran everything in there. But when they got to tripping outside, guess who went outside threatening people? Me. I'm the reason nobody messed with her or the children. That's why I'm the leader at when it comes to protecting her. That's why I'm the leader at. I don't got to be a leader until it's time to protect her and the children. They good. Let mommy do what she do. If you go look in the jungle, look at the lion, and he have 2 cubs, or 3 or 4, 5, 6 cubs. It's the female lion, it's the male lion. The male lion will be laying over here. Where the cubs be? With the mama. She run all that. He just chilling. All he doing is looking out for people that will come and try to hurt the cubs or hurt her. That's all he do. He don't boss them. He boss the rest of the jungle. And every now and then you'll see the cub lions come and play with daddy, but he won't play with them. Y'all ever seen that? Y'all ever seen the cubs go and be hitting the male lion stuff? He just be looking. He just be doing like this. The mama the one that'll pick him up and do stuff. But the male lion, he just would be looking at her. He don't play with the cubs. He looking out for hyenas. That's his leadership. She the leader over there with the cubs, and he the leader out there in the jungle. He not the leader with her and the cubs. Y'all ain't noticed that? The female lion be the leader of the cubs in that situation. The male lion just be chilling. Same with the gorilla. Go look at a bunch of gorillas. The big silverback, he just be sitting there. He just be sitting there. And the women be running around doing everything and the other baby gorillas. And I seen one time where 2 of the females got to fighting. And then the male got up and he grabbed one of the females. He threw her on the ground. He sat on her. That was so deep. And when he got up off her, she had calmed down. He just sat on her. I said, dang, these gorillas smart. He grabbed the one female from fighting the other female and he threw her on the ground. He sat on her. I said, what the hell? So now we don't, you know what I'm saying? When you get married, y'all walk down the aisle side by side. You don't walk in front of her. We a team. I'm not my woman's leader. I'm not my woman's leader. We like equal. Us two, we really won. It's not like me leading her. No, we a unit. She got the same amount of power I got. Unless it comes to danger. That's why I'm That's why I'm the biggest at protecting her and the children. Other than that, the house got to be painted. She picked the color. I don't care. That's why men can't be the leader, because we don't care. We can't boss the house. We don't care. If I'm with Mrs. Moore and she want a light off-white, hey man, off-white it is. If she wanted cut painted ivory color, ivory it is. Why? I don't care. She run all that. She she picked the kids to what the stuff is in the kitchen, what it gonna be, what the tablecloths and the curtains and the drapes. Women do all that. So how you the leader? The leader would pick the drapes, wouldn't he? The leader would pick the carpet. The leader would pick the couch and all that. I don't want to be the leader. Okay, I'm not picking all that stuff. Bay gonna do this. She the leader. She do this. I'm only the leader for gangster stuff, for violence or something, or some man stuff, like stuff got to be nailed or something, some hardcore stuff. I'm not the leader for the soft stuff. Y'all gotta understand, relationship is a bunch of soft stuff going on. I'm not the leader of all this soft stuff. I don't want to be the. I don't want to do all that. It's nice having the queen making all these decisions. It's a beautiful thing. That's what you got her for. That's why you get together, have sex, and make a baby. It takes two to make a baby. Ain't no leader. Mommy and daddy made you. That's why you say mommy and daddy. They always say mommy and daddy. I don't never say daddy and mommy. We always say mommy and daddy. And the kids, mama's the kids leader anyway. So daddy, you tripping anyway, because you ain't gonna never be them kids leader. Them kids always dealing with mommy. You understand? The kids deal with mommy, then daddy. Anyway, me and my sister, we was excited when mommy got home. When daddy got home, we was glad to see him. We wasn't excited when he got home. Daddy not finna do all this stuff mama gonna do. Daddy ain't doing all that. Mommy wasn't doing all the exciting stuff for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, run off the raccoons and stuff like that. But Kathy do all the exciting stuff for the kids. Her husband ain't doing all that. Her husband ain't do all that. Cap did all that. Them kids want to see Kathy. They love daddy, but they never gonna be Kathy. Your kids ain't never been as happy to see their daddy as they is to see you, have they? Because mama be doing all kind of mama stuff. Because when daddy's out there in the war zone, who you stuck with? It's the children and the mama. And daddy out there bossing up in the world, though. So when daddy get through dealing with the world and bossing up in the world, when he come home, he don't want to be no boss. He want to chill. He don't want to come home after being out there and boss nothing. I know I don't be wanting to boss up in the house. No women and no children. I don't want to be no leader of no women and no children. That ain't no real military. How you a military general? You the leader of a lady and some children. Don't nobody want to be that type of leader. I don't want to be no leader of no woman and no children. I guess that don't sound powerful though to me. I'm the leader of my woman and my children. That don't sound powerful. To me, that sounds weird. I look at myself as the reason they can be free. I provide their freedom. My whole thing in a relationship is outside. Me and my daddy, we only focus on outside. My whole energy is better not nobody come up in here. Y'all people outside better stay away from my residence where the queen and the kids at. So my energy was always for outside. My energy is never in the house. My energy is say something to her or say something to these kids, and that's when my leadership role kick in. Cause she the ruler of the house. I'm the Air Force, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard. That's who I am. I'm the U.S. military up in here. You know what I'm saying? I be outside. You know, my leadership happened outside. My leadership don't happen inside. Right, you have to make sure the perimeter is secure. You know what I'm saying? And you pick the queen to run things. That's what you picked her for. Baby, you my queen. You can run things. I like you. You know how you go. You know what I'm saying? That's why we pick them. We pick them because we be dominant. So somebody be like, so your woman can holler at you and stuff like that? Listen, man. About 4 days for a period, she gonna holler at me. Okay? Ain't no can to it, man. Okay? 3 or 4 days for that period come down, oh, she finna holler at everybody. So if you can't handle that, you don't want no woman. You don't want no woman if you don't know nothing about 3 or 4 days before that period come down. Because they not mean when the period come down, but before the period come down, yes, she will cuss all y'all the hell out. Okay. If you a G, you already know that. It shouldn't hurt your feelings. You a G. It's like, oh, she tripping. Cause we men, we don't care about her wilding out. That's kitty stuff. We be with dealing with the UFC part. We don't care nothing about her wild out. She gonna wild out. Listen, don't y'all get young brothers get married if you don't want no woman to wild out and talk crazy. Don't get married. When y'all be out in public, y'all see these husbands with these real nice ladies. That's because they're in public. She wilds out in that house. So don't get married if you don't want to see her. I mean, I'm talking about the nicest lady, just as sweet as whatever. Until that 3 or 4 days for that period come, she gonna turn to Count Dracula or something, a werewolf or something. She gonna go out. It's just a part of it. And I tell you something else, man. If you can't handle that, pray you don't have no do with her. Cause I had a wife and a daughter too, and both of their periods some kind of way locked in. So I had two people talking crazy. Look, y'all men don't understand. You know when you're raising kids, you know they got to respect you. It's a certain kind of way they talk to you. Do you know your daughter in high school will break all them rules when that period come down? And will talk to you crazy? Look, he LGBTQ. He said don't never trust his mama. He said his mama ain't shit. Reggie said his mama ain't shit, his grandmama ain't shit. He weird, ain't he? Yeah, that man on here dissing the people, the lady that gave birth to him. He say he'll never trust his mama. He say he'll never trust his mama or his grandmama. That's what he said. Ain't that crazy? It's mental issues, like issues. He got issues. Look at that. He got issues on him. He don't trust. You know what I'm saying? That man ain't got no woman. How old is you, Reggie? You ain't got no woman? Pause. Man got issues. He said, never trust a woman. And he didn't say woman. He said, never trust a woman. It's woman, brother. M-A-N. He said, never trust a woman. Somebody, his woman that went out there let somebody else hit, right? He was in love with a lady, and she went out there and she cheated on him, and he hurt. He hurt. I'm sorry she did you like that, Reggie, but all women ain't that. Some women did him super dirty, didn't they? Don't ever trust a woman. I was with Sheila. And Sheila, I trusted her. Yeah. Yeah, Punchy, everybody get. Yeah, everybody get. Everybody. Yeah. Y'all got 3 sons. Hey, Cat. We. You and her period come out at the same time. You gonna wanna hurt her. She gonna talk crazy to you, Cat. They really crazy. When a woman get older and that time comes, she learn how to control it. But the junior in high school, she don't know. Woo. And y'all know when a woman break down, and you like, is you crazy? Why you talk crazy? I don't care. Y'all ever seen when a young woman shut down? Y'all ever seen a female junior or senior? They will shut down on y'all. Reggie, he be saying weird stuff over there. He all right. That's my man Reggie. He all right. He don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they'll just shut down. You can't tell them nothing. You just gotta leave it alone. I swear to God. You just gotta leave it alone. Ain't nothing you could do. Temporary insanity. I got 3 daughters. Trust me what I'm telling you. The middle one ain't like that. She kind of quiet. So she'll just shut down on you and don't say nothing. But the youngest one and the oldest one, Jesus Christ. We. You know what I'm saying? Boy, they'll trip out. Defy. Yes. Temporary insanity for real. Listen, you could be getting on your daughter and she'll get so mad, you end up trying to calm her down. Now, you was the first one mad, but they get to a level of mad where you trying to calm them down. Calm down. What? What? Swear to God. And it's always 3, 4 days before the period. It's not when the period comes. It's always 3, 4 days before it. And it's not like no werewolf or nothing. It's like It's not like a werewolf because it's not violent. It's like shut up talking to me, basically. It's not like a werewolf. It's not like a monster. It's like shut up talking to me. I ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about. That's what it's more like. It's not like it's not like a werewolf or nothing like that. It's like the ultimate fed up. They fed up. Like is the best way. Like fed all the way, fed up more than you think they should be fed up. They're they're done. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So all right. All right. She told me she needed 2 weeks to think about a custody issue with our kids. 2 days later, my lawyer called and said she accused me and I haven't seen my kids in over 3 years. Okay, but that's just her. That's not women, okay? That's just her, Reggie. That's not women, right? That's not women. That's her, okay? That's not women. She don't represent women. That's just her. You gotta pay child support. You gotta pay child support, bro. I'm riding with you, Reggie. I mess with you. I ain't gonna come down on you. You telling me what's going on. I'ma ride with you. You all good, bro. You get number love over here because you're going through something. I can help you with that. Watch. Do you pay child? Do she got you on child support? Cause she ain't no woman. She her. Whatever her name is, that's her. That's not women. That's not women. That's her. She don't represent women. She represent her. You can't say other women would have did that. The only one you know would have did that is her. You understand? Real talk, Reggie. That's just her. That's not women. And then you gotta understand from my point of view, there's two sides to every story. So we can't hear her side of the story because her side of the story about you might be crazy. Yep. All she needs to say is that you're abusive and it's a long, expensive battle. Yeah, that's all she got to say. She could lie. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. All she got to do is say you're abusive. That's it. You ain't lying. She can say whatever, and they're gonna believe her. You know what I'm saying? You ain't lying. It leans towards the women always, especially if you're black and you ain't got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But she still just represent her. She don't represent women. You know what I mean? Because it's another woman that help you get through all that. Facts. There's women out there that would love you and be with you to help you fight all that. So that's why I can't say it's just women, because there's women that if they fall in love with you, they'll marry you and they'll help pay all them lawyer fees with you and everything. There's women out there will help you fight against her legally. Facts. That's a fact. There's other women out there that will get with you and love you and find out your story and will ride with you. That's an absolute fact, Reggie. Facts. Find you another queen. That's all. Find you another queen. Just don't get them pregnant until you see what's up with them. Wear a condom. And when you get through with the condom, flush it down the toilet so she can't put it up in there, because they be doing that. But you got to get you another woman, though. Just don't get her pregnant. She can't get you for nothing. Get you another woman. I bet you'll feel better. Get you another woman. I had a brother, Reggie. He came over here and he said his woman got his son. He keep trying to see his son. She won't let him see his son. She won't let him see his son. I told him, next time you talk to her, tell her to hell with the boy. You don't care. He went. He told the woman, I don't care. I don't care. It's easier for me if I don't got him. That's less responsibility on me. 3 days later, she dropped him off to him. Because she only kept him away because he wanted to see him. And when somebody trying to spite you, and a woman want to keep your baby away because she want to go against you, because you want to see it, tell her you don't care. Tell her you don't want to see the baby. You don't want to deal with that responsibility. She's going to be at your house 3 days. As soon as you tell her that the baby's a problem and you don't want to be bothered with that baby, because she's trying to make you miserable. If she think dropping the baby off make you miserable, she dropping them off. If she think keeping the baby away from you make you miserable, she going to keep it away. So you say, you ain't going to see your baby. Say, so? That baby over there 3 days. Bro came back in alive. He said, Pharaoh, thank you so much. If your mom sided with her, then you got them issues. Your mom knows something wrong with you. So yeah, your mom sided with her. If your mom sided with you, then it's two sides to the story. Then you got issues. Yeah. If your mama sided with her, then something wrong with you. Your mama just ain't said nothing wrong with her son. Why your mama said something wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. If your baby mama and your mama say something wrong with you, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Now go fix it. How much proof you need something wrong with you? That's why I said I can't know. I got to hear both sides of the story. But I heard enough. Your mama say you batshit crazy. So you got Reggie. Your mama agreed. It's not funny, but it's funny. He said his mama said only on this internet. This internet tripped out. Reggie, leave that alone. Leave her alone. Go get your life together. Because if your mama sided with her, bro, you can't win. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? If your mama sided with her, let it go, bro. Go do something else. was trying to tap out. Your mama, he says, mama, sorry. I ain't trying to laugh. It's not funny, but it is funny. Look what he said. He said, you know, mama, sorry with the psycho. Unbelievable. Oh, man. Reggie, let it go, bro. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, Reggie. You're going to be all right. Let it go, man. Let her keep the kids. Let her keep the kids, bro. Let her keep the kids. You got 2 kids by her. Let her keep them. You know what I'm saying? And go get a DNA. Go get a DNA because they might both not even be yours, Reggie. Go get a DNA. And just leave it alone and just go do you. Go get your life together and do you. And just leave it alone. Stop thinking about it. We don't want you to go out here and do nothing crazy. Just leave it alone. But you're welcome over here. Now I got you. And I'm sorry you're going through all that, but just leave it alone. You're going to be all right, bro. You're going to be all right. Them children going to grow up and then they'll come around you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You all good though, bro. That just cracked me up. You say your mama side with the psycho. Boy, that's as funny as hell, Reggie. That shit funny. But you're going to be all right, though. Whatever you do, Reggie, get that out your mind. You can't have that going around your mind. Forget about them. Forget about her and the kids, bro. Go live your life. That would be my advice, Reggie. Forget about her. Forget about the kids. And just go live your life. That's what I would advise. Let her worry about the kids. Let her raise the kids. Go get your life together. And don't talk about it. Because, Reggie, you can't be running that around your mind and drive you crazy. Get that out your mind. Go do something else. That would be my advice, bro. Let it go. Just stop thinking about it. It's not healthy for you to be thinking about that. She got more kids. She got that's not healthy, Reggie. Let it go. And go out there and live like a single man, bro. You feel me? Just let it go, Reggie. That's what I would advise. Let it go, bro. And just go get yourself together. Go get you some real money. Everybody will bow down if you get you some money. Reggie, if you focus on you and go out there, you want to beat everybody, go out there and get you some bread. Start focusing on you. Start going, working all the time, saving up your money, exercise, getting in shape. You ain't got to say nothing. You win this, Reggie, by doing good in life. That's how you win. If you want to win, go do good in life. Take advantage of it. Like, I ain't got to watch the kids. I ain't got to deal with her. I'm free. You know what I'm saying? That's how you deal with it, Reggie. Like, turn a negative into a positive. You don't got to get no babysitter. You don't got to watch the kids. All you got to do is go make money. Get them back by making a whole lot of money. That's how you get them back. By being successful, Reggie. Go be successful. That's how you win. That's how you win. Focus and go be successful. You know what I'm saying? And keep me informed what's going on with you too, Red. You know, your boy, I got love for you, man. Just don't let that go round and round and round. That ain't healthy. Take that out your brain and throw it in the garbage. Be like, the hell with all of them. That's the healthiest thing, Reggie. Take that out your brain and throw that in the garbage and be like, the hell with I see the kids when I see them. Let me go out here and get what I got going on. Because money talks and bullshit walks, Reggie. Go get you some money and go take advantage of this and go get yourself together and just focus on Reggie. That's what you should do, bro. Because running that around your mind. I remember when I went to California and I had a daughter and the grandma was all messed up and had my daughter. The mother had passed away and it was like turmoil. I had to throw that in the garbage. I couldn't keep thinking about that. That would have drove me crazy. Eventually, I had to say, hey, man, it is what it is. Let me go do what I got to do. Because that grandmother was trying to make turmoil in my life. And how I won was like, didn't care. That's how I won, Reggie. The only way you can win is don't care. Facts. And all the rest of y'all, when somebody did y'all dirty or something bad, they watching you to make sure you miserable. You want to win? Don't be miserable. That's how you win. Because as long as you're miserable, they're going to keep playing the game to make you miserable. It's not till you don't care that they're going to leave you alone. That's a fact. That's for all of y'all. Because at the end of the day, you got to get up, you got to live every day. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, Reggie? Like, don't care. Go get you some money, bro. I'm telling you everything what I know. Because with my daughter, I had a situation with my daughter, my oldest daughter, and she ended up with the grandmother. The mother had passed away. The mother hadn't put me on the birth certificate. And I moved to California, went to Hawaii and all that. I just had to deal with it mentally. People will do you dirty, Reggie, so I can't believe you. They'll do you dirty. You might not have nobody on your side. The way to win, go be successful. Go be successful. Go get all the money you could get. As long as your children are grown, it's healthy, they'll be all right. Next thing you know, they're going to be 18. They're going to be 18 before you blink, bro. And then when they be 18 before you blink, they're going to come right back into your life. So if the mama got them and they're healthy and they're alive, hey, that's a good thing. Go do your thing and don't think about them no more. Because I was there and it's just turmoil. I just think about my daughter, I'm way out of LA, think about my daughter, want to crash out over my daughter. I remember that. Reggie, I went through that. And finally, I said, to hell with all that. She with her grandmama. My mama seeing her. Hey, let them do what they do. Let me go out here and do what I got to do. Next thing I know, I end up back in Chicago. My mama go to court and get my daughter. I would have wasted all them years worried about nothing. Basically. Now my daughter grown, got 3 children. Got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, I went on with my life. I didn't let that turmoil. That turmoil was crazy, Reggie. I'm telling you, like when somebody got your kids like that, it'll almost drive you crazy until you get focused on yourself. It ain't healthy. You got to be like, okay, man, later for that. Let me go do what I got to do. Because at the end of the day, your children going to be 18, 28, 38, 48, 58. They're going to still need you. So just because you ain't there now, get prepared so you be there when they get 18. Because parenting don't stop at 18. Let her raise them till they're 18. And when they're 18, have yourself together and go to talk to your children. Because one thing is, Reggie, you ain't losing nothing because they with their mama. So as long as your children with their mama, they good. Now, if a stranger had them, yeah, but they with their mama. That's how you got to look at it, Reggie. How you going to be pissed because they with their mama? They fine, they with their mama. That's not a problem, bro. They with the person gave birth to them. Cool. Let me go out here and give me some bread. They safe. Because if they become unsafe, the police going to be involved, and then the judge going to give them to you anyway. So she got to keep them safe. Soon as she make a mistake and don't keep them safe, they going to give them to you. Now, if she keeping them safe, hey, y'all broke up. She got the children. They safe. Bam. You all good, fam. All right? And much love, man. I'm sorry I was laughing and all that. It was funny. But you all right. It's kind of good we laughed and stuff because you need to chill, bro. It ain't that serious. Trust me. The only thing serious, Reggie, is you staying alive. If you don't stay alive, you can't do nothing for them anyway. You see what I'm saying, fam? Everything depends on you staying alive. Everything depends on you paying your bills. Everything depends on you staying sane. So just, use it for motivation and go get some money, bro. Be like, all right, they playing with me. Watch this. I'm finna stack up so much money. Next, soon as she hear you got money and all that, watch what happens. Go get some money. And don't be mad because she got her babies. She don't got your babies. They your babies and they her babies. How you gonna be mad that she got her kids? They both of y'all kids. She got her kids. You gave this woman 2 kids and she got them. Cool. Stay with their mama. That's not bad like you making it, bro. Now, with a stranger, hell yeah. But with their mama, they with their mama. See, in my situation, she was with her grandmama. If she would have been with her mama, I wouldn't have been stressing. She passed away, and when they was with the grandmama, and the grandmama was mean to the mama. That's what was stressing me. In your situation, they with their mama. That's not a negative, bro. It's never a negative, you brothers. It's never a negative if your children is with their mama. That's never a negative, ever. So it's all in your mind, Reggie. That's not a negative. They with their mama. So they're not going to feel all down and out. Got to understand something, Reggie. Family was designed for for the children to be with the mama. That's the way it was designed. Because in a natural world, Reggie, and you live in a village, you might got to go to war. So if you go to war, if you get unalived in war, she got your children. So the family is set up for the woman to be able to raise children by herself because the men got to go to war. The men got to go hunt. The men got to go take chances with their life to provide for the village. So they where they supposed to be. The men might be out at war and never come back. So, I mean, you doing good, bro. They with their mama. How you going to be upset that the baby's with their mama? You upset for nothing, bro. Real talk, Reggie. You just sleep on it tonight. You upset for nothing. They with their mama. She didn't take your kids. She took her kids, right? Reggie, she did not take your kids. No mama could take my kids because they hers. So me and a woman get together. We had 2 children. We break up. She go with the children. She did not take my children. I just seen Ray J get in trouble for that. Trying to trip out that the mama getting their own baby. I'm like, Ray J, you tripping. They her kids too, and they more her kids than your kids. All my children, if you had to say, my kids they always more their mama kids than mine. Because by the time I met them, they was 9 months already. They've been in their mama from conception. She carried the baby. That's her baby. Then she had a baby. Then she let me see the baby. And I'm like, oh, I remember you when you was in the stomach. Because when you're around and they pregnant, the baby in the stomach. The baby, like if it's a baby in me, I'm talking, the baby's picking up all my vibration, I'm talking. So if the baby's inside the mother, she talking. The baby hear the mother all the time. Now the baby hear the mother talking to me, but the baby is inside of the mama. Right? So that's her baby. Then when she had the baby, she introduced the baby to me. But it's always her baby first, then mine. I don't even meet, by the time I meet my children, they was 9 months. I had a situation where I had my 2 sons. And it ended up, after I get stabbed and stuff, I broke up with the mama, so the mama get mad and moved all the kind of places. I didn't know what my sons was, right? Real talk. I didn't know what my sons was. So now when they get old enough to be, getting ready to be freshmen and getting ready to be like in, they finna go from freshman to sophomore. One finna be a sophomore. The other one supposed to be getting out of grade school, getting ready to go to high school. I don't know where they at. I ain't got no phone number, nothing. My phone ring. It's their mama. They ain't listening to me. Now, I ain't heard from her in years. Ain't seen them. Don't know where they at. She calls from nowhere. She said they running over. She gonna send them to me. She sent them to me, right? Instead of me trashing the mama for running off with them and all that, I got down on my sons because why y'all ain't listening to y'all mama? I didn't care nothing about the mama had them away from me. What bothered me is they wasn't listening to their mama. So I didn't do what typical people, you should have been with me anyway. Your mama ain't this, that. My thing was, why y'all wouldn't listen to your mom? One day, I'm going to take my the oldest one, he finna take his test to get out of his freshman year test or something like that. The other one just got an 8th grade. He finna be like a freshman, take his finals for the freshman year. He tell me, go up to Walgreens. He want to get some paper. When I get to Walgreens, his mama's up there. Her mama's up there with her boyfriend that he done found out his mama coming to get him. So the mom and the boyfriend jump out the car trying to get my oldest son. I'm out here with this dude tripping. I call the police because I don't want to whoop this dude. My son then went down there and got his brother. The police come take us all to the police station because I reported the dude, them jumping out on me. The police tell me I got to go to court if I want to get the kids. Now, here go the thing. Why would I go to court to get the kids that she called me and sent to me? Well, all she had to do was call me and say, I'm going to come get them. And I would have been like, okay, so what you sneaking to get the kids for that you sent me? All you had to do is call me. Say you're going to come get the kids. I would have been like, okay, well, he take his test tomorrow. Come get him the day after tomorrow. She come back and sneak to get some kids that she sent me. The police telling me I got to go to court to keep them. I'm not going to court to keep no kids you sent me and you want them back because you could have just called me like you called me to send them back. I ain't you lose no sleep over that, Reggie. She crazy. How you gonna come and try to sneak and take some kids that you sent to me. And you called me to send to me. And you thinking, I guess you was thinking I wasn't going to give them back. Yes, I was going to give them back. What? So I think she assumed I won't get them back. So she snuck in town to get them. Told my son, meet me there. Instead of him saying, Dad, Mom called me. She want to come get us. I would have said, well, oh, tell her to go to a hotel. If she got to go to the hotel, ain't got no money, I'll pay for it for 2 days till you finish your test, then I'll drop y'all off. No. She come try to steal her kids back. And the police say I need to come to court. I didn't go to court. I'm at home with them. They didn't let her take them because I had custody of them. Late at night, somebody knock on my door. It's her with the police. Talking about she come to get them. Bad. Ladies, you crazy. You really think I was going to go to court to keep some kids you sent me? And you want them back? Is you crazy? And the reason they wanted to go back, because I was strict on them. Because why y'all giving y'all mama a hard time? And they didn't really know where they was at. We was in O Block. So no, you can't go hang out outside. So they don't know. They lived in nicer place. They lived in, they ain't live in no big city like this. So they didn't understand why I wouldn't let them go nowhere. It's like, no, you can't. Do you know where you at? They want to go out to somewhere and hang out till 1 a.m. or whatever. I said, bro, you can't. Do not in skateboard land, because my oldest son, he was skateboarding and stuff. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you in Chicago. No, no. So they wanted to go back. I guess they made up. She snuck in town to get somebody she sent me. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Reggie. Think I'm going to fight to keep some kids from going with their mama? Really? How am I going to fight to stop some kids from going with their mama? That's their mama. That's their mama. Like, what? That's your mama. She didn't take my kids. She can't got her kids. They're my sons, but they ain't my kids. Them her kids. I don't get pregnant. I ain't had no babies. I didn't lose no sleep over there. Her come and get them taken up. I didn't lose no sleep during the first time when I didn't know where the hell they was. I put them babies up in there, and if you don't want me to help you with them, that's on you. Good luck with that. I ain't finna fight over no kids. I'm not finna be out here. No, I want to buy clothes and feed them. Oh, you want to buy all the clothes and feed them? Baby, buy. Buy. I'm not finna fight over having no more bills. You know what I'm saying? That costs money. To me, this is what she looked like. No, I don't want you buying their stuff and spending a lot of money. I want to spend it. That's what she looked like to me. Like she was fighting to spend. She wanted to spend all the money on them. That's what she looked like to me. It looked like to me she was saying, I want to buy all this stuff. I want to feed them 3 times a day. I want to pay for extra rent and room for them to live. I want to spend my money on it, and I'm going to spend my money on them. And I'm like, hey, okay. What do you want me to do? Arrivederci, au revoir, sayonara, all that. Dos vidania, mahalo, whatever. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna fight over some kid that's hers. Come on, man. Y'all go with y'all mama. I was mad at my oldest son. I said, bro, you had to sneak around. You really going like this? Bro, you could have just said, my mama coming to get us. What the hell, y'all sneaking? But I guess she thought I wasn't going to give them back. You know, that's why you can't be thinking. All she had to do is call me. I'm going to come get them. You going to give them back? Duh. Why wouldn't I send them back? You sent them to me. You ready for them to come back? You the mama. I'm not going to do you like that to keep your babies. You want them back. Come get them. You know what I'm saying? Come get them. I'm a man. I got toxic masculinity. I'm not for to keep those kids away from their mama. Them is my kids. You know? Like, them ain't my kids. Them is her kids. I ain't never had a baby. I don't have babies. I put babies in ladies. I don't give birth. I'm the baby maker. I'm not the baby raiser or whatever. I'll raise them if I'm with the mama or they with me. I'll raise them. My youngest son, I raised him. His mama passed away. I raised him his whole life. So I'll raise him. I'm not going to guess my responsibility. But I'm not fighting the mama to get the kids. I'm not doing all that. Sometimes they'll get them kids and hit you with a whole bunch of child support stuff. She didn't do all that, so it is what it is. So I hope y'all learn from this, man. You know, don't be getting all emotional over them kids and watch who you have children by. Because some women have babies by you just to hit you with child support. Straight up. Take every dime you got. You know what I'm saying? So Reggie, stay positive though, man, and keep me informed. But don't be thinking about that stuff. You're gonna drive yourself crazy, bro. Real talk. And ladies, send them pictures, okay? Ladies, send those beautiful pictures, all right? All right, deuces.